1 minute warning. Grab your brews, roll up. It's Friday, boys. And Friday's for the boys. Let's go. Let's go. Join us over at youtube.com/TomCrown. Join the hundreds watching. Jump in the Discord, discord.gg/TomCrown. Let's go. Here we are. It's Friday. We've got some spicy crypto news ahead of us, although the market seems a little sleepy today, with the exception of one coin. Uniswap surged to about 1250 today. We're going to take a look at the chart. Is the rally over? We'll give our best guess. We'll see what the charts have to say. But apparently, this is off the back of a governance upgrade proposal. I almost said 2-year high. It's off the back of a 2-year high. Governance upgrade proposal. You guys know this isn't my wheelhouse, but let's take a peek at maybe what's driving this market into such a large rally here. We're going to make these news things quick. Uniswap governance announced the proposal by governance lead Aaron Cohn earlier today, and a snapshot vote on this proposal will occur on March 1st. So it looks like Uniswap has an important date coming up. That's actually going to factor into our analysis today. March 1st, mark that on your Uniswap charts right now. Go ahead, boys. With on-chain voting commencing March 8th, also going to be an important point. If you're going to be trading Uniswap between now and then, both of those dates are going to be critical. We'll get to that. Following this, Uniswap surged over 15%, way more than that, more like 50%, and then peaked at 1219 today. I think it actually went a little higher. The proposal is designed to enhance and rejuvenate, nice, the governance structure of Uniswap. If approved, it will mark the pivotal moment for the leading DEX regarding trading volume, indicating a shift from previous efforts to compensate token holders with accumulated fees. Interesting. So we did see some upside action, and news typically comes with that. However, something interesting, it does look like there may be the snapshot here. We may see buying into March 1st for that snapshot. That is a common kind of dynamic in crypto. Previous proposal was rejected by Uniswap community in last June, and it would have activated fees across several of the exchange's liquidity pools and allocated a portion of its revenue to token holders. The exchange implemented a 0.15% fee on transactions involving major cryptocurrencies such as ETH and USDT. 1.5 is around the industry standard. I want to say exchanges or centralized exchanges, not DEXs, hover about 0.1 to 0.01 depending. If the community approves the proposed governance overhaul next week, it will facilitate the automatic and unrestricted collection of protocol fees. Fees will then be distributed proportionally to the holders, and I think that's the whole article. I don't think we need to read any more. News plus potentially a rush to get in before a snapshot. Pretty typical price action. We're going to do one more quick piece of news here, and that is the AVAX blockchain apparently pulling a Solana today. Is facing outages amid an inscription wave, and AVA Labs is investigating apparently. AVAX is grappling with a service interruption echoing challenges previously seen on Solana blockchain. I actually didn't read this article. Nice. Shout out to whoever wrote this. We're on the same page, bro. The Avalanche status page indicates a disruption in block production. The page provides an update stating developers across the community are currently investigating a stall in block finalization that is preventing blocks from being accepted on the primary network. That's all I need to know about this. Something interesting we've seen in crypto with both Solana and AVAX, fingers crossed, is price doesn't seem to really dump based on these, right? Solana, in fact, we've seen it go down and we've seen price move up. my kind of 2-cent thought here is, one, that's not a good thing. Decentralized blockchains don't really go down. But crypto is a spectrum, and we have projects that are decentralized and projects all the way to centralized completely. And so we do see this occasionally, but my thought here is about price action. So we'd kind of expect price to dump, right? But if you think about it, if the blockchain is down, what does that do? It prevents users from selling or moving their coins to exchange to sell them. And so that can be at least a temporary relief from selling pressure. It's all really counterintuitive. But those are the two things I wanted to look at today, guys. That's it. That was quick. That was real quick. Let's jump over to the charts. This is the Uniswap chart, and this is pretty much all anyone is paying attention to. That article, a little bit off base here, or perhaps it was published too soon. Nah, I think off base. If we look at this chart, we saw a 77% rally on Uniswap from $7.12 to $12.60. That's pretty beastly. At this point, you guys know what I'm going to say. Uniswap's high or top may not be in. We are seeing coins enter what is very, very difficult to explain in any other way than bull runs. However, in this scenario, I always say the same thing. Sorry to beat a dead horse, guys, but this is the good stuff. This is the valuable information that you need to hear. It's not sexy. It's not clickbaity, but it'll keep you safe. This has rallied 77% today. Entering along here is really, really risky. I would never recommend it. I typically say I would prefer to take a short over a long gun to my head on these, but really, I think I'm just going to watch the fireworks from here. If you have some Uniswap, or yeah, if you have Uniswap, put something in the chat, let us know. If you're going to buy Uniswap today, maybe share your ideas here and see what others have to say about it. So we are on the hourly time frame. It does appear that this news came out right around here, arguably at the time of the pump or right before, and we now have seen this upside price action. So is the rally done? We never know for sure, but we can always zoom out and get a better idea. Get our bearings, a little more perspective here on this chart. If you look at the monthly, this is great actually. So the monthly is, all right, let me rephrase. The monthly on Uniswap has rallied directly to its point of efficiency, directly to this monthly order block. This acted as support on the way down, and now, with a good confidence, is going to act as resistance on the way up. Let's start with the good stuff, actually. If Uniswap can move through this zone, and it's about $11.30. If we can see, let's say a daily, a weekly, a monthly close above there, $20 is in sights very quickly. But before we get ahead of ourselves, this is a major resistance. We've seen many coins in the space make this move, and we have seen some blast through and some retrace back down to their supports, to their previous resistances. And that would be about $8.32 on Uniswap. There may be a long position to be taken there in the future. Time will tell. What's up, MCG? My guy subscribing. Heck yeah. Be like MCG, my friends. Thank you. Good to have you. We've seen a lot of them settle back down, and we've seen a lot of them blast through. This chart really does look a lot like others in crypto here. You have support from the bull market, your lower high, inefficiency on the way down, your first point of efficiency, further inefficiency on the way down, kind of this long, grinding bear market bottom. This actually kind of looks like Link to me in many ways, but it's moved back to resistance now. So it is a rough spot to look to go long. I know your FOMO indicators are saying, I want to throw all my money in. I think the better thing to do would be, if you have a position, this is a great spot to take profit. Unless you opened it in the last hour, you're up a lot. Congrats to you. Something here though, that does kind of tickle my fancy right here. If you guys have been watching our streams, we have daily live streams over here on YouTube. If you've been watching our streams, we haven't looked at Uniswap recently. It's been a bit of a sleeper, but there's something here that we've been seeing across the space, and it's had me a little conflicted as to whether these coins are going to continue up or if they're going to find resistance here and at least stop performing through January. And that can be found right here on our monthlies. This setup is visible on so many charts. Fingers crossed that they all end up moving this way. That would be amazing. But I will say this is a first little piece of evidence that others may look to move similar. We have Our end of 23 into 24 rally up above resistance. January brought red candles for many charts. Those red candles, though, fortunately, did not close lower than the previous, so we don't have a bearish engulf. This wasn't a good setup. However, into February, we've seen many of these coins move from those bottoms back to their monthly highs. So for Uniswap, this would be like 725. We've seen them move back, but not be able to really make that jump across. Seeing this exact setup on Uni, and then on so many other charts, the first one that comes to mind right now, MATIC. Do you think MATIC's about to do this? Well, if we look at the monthly candles, this is a really similar setup. Right here, we have that same rally up, red January, back to January's open. I don't know, can you see the similarity there? You got to use your imagination. But if Uniswap is doing it, potentially we can say other charts that have the same category or the same shape, the same flow, may look to make the same moves. That's very exciting. Very exciting indeed. I did tweet as soon as I saw the news that I basically said, be careful with longs here. The news is out. We saw the pump. The news is finally published. And unfortunately, that does tend to mark the top of a rally, at least a local rally, very, very often. Incredibly often. So, yeah, be careful. Be careful. Uniswap as well. Let's see. Let's go down to a little lower time frame. We're going to look at a lot of the AI coins and things going on today. We'll take a peek at Bitcoin, but it hasn't been really exciting lately. We'll see if there's anything there for us. Looking at Uni, yep, right into resistance. Nice little top wick. Where this week closes, I think is going to be very important. Closing below 1050, I think we're looking back down into the 725 to 830 range. However, don't think I'm being super bearish. That may be the setup to make that move to $20. Very, very clean and simple. Let's draw that back. Something like this. That looks good. That looks very good. Market Cipher B. Rolling over on the week. This is a very powerful setup brought to us by Market Cipher B here. Money flow on the weekly has been red all the way back to February of 22. So exactly 2 years this has spent losing or draining money against the Uniswap pair. For today to give us this signal is actually really great. VWAP has made a higher high, momentum has made a higher high, and money flow is rolling over. That is a longer term or a bigger, more zoomed out view of the direction that Uniswap is likely to go, and that is suggesting up, but that doesn't have much to do with what's going to happen over the next few weeks. Let's go down to the day. Wow, what a beast candle, man. I love that. Bitcoin, take some notes today, buddy. Take some notes, bud. Do this, please do this. This is what we're waiting for. This is what we want. We don't need you to do nothing. We need you to do this. That'd be really amazing. Let's see. Tap that 725 straight up. Beautiful. Let's take a look. Our indicators, before I look at them, I'll put them back down. I'll warn you guys. I say this a lot, but there's always new viewers, new people jumping in, getting this alpha. When charts move like this, whether it is a giant boner green candle or a super spooky doom red candle, what happens to our oscillators? They get smashed. They get jammed down. And they don't tend to be super reliable with these signals. When oscillators get moved to the top of the range, they're really unlikely to say anything other than it's going to keep going up or we have a bullish signal. So we're going to look at this, but I can already tell you it should look good on the day. The week was much bigger for me. That was a much bigger traction there. Money flow in the day, not bad. Mirroring the week, I'll take it. Ooh, that MACD on the day reaching higher highs after painting these higher lows, some bullish divergence on those. I like that break. That shows us momentum was waning off for about 5 or 6 days before this news, this rally, really put this in good shape. This does seem, from what I've seen so far, to be very good timing for Uniswap to have a rally. Very good. I'm going to pull up my confluence indicator. Not gonna, as I'm going to start calling it my confluence indicator. Our sponsor, the #1 crypto. Now, the #1 indicator company on TradingView, LuxAlgo. Check it out. Links in the video description below and also in the chat. Maybe it's still sending them in the chat. It's hard to tell. Yeah, it is. Sweet. One of the best indicators. When did I write that? Anyway, doesn't matter. LuxAlgo looking for that long all the way down here, giving us some signs that maybe this was going to turn bullish. People love to say that news drives price, guys. Price drives news. Price drives the news. If this candle had gone down on this upgrade, would we be saying that this, like, does that make sense? That doesn't make sense. People will say, oh, this news is what caused this candle. Well, what if this candle looked like this? And what if it was red? Would that news have caused it? People just wouldn't care about the upgrade then. We wouldn't be seeing it in the news headlines. We wouldn't attribute anything. It's very normal for humans to do this. We love doing this. It rationalizes a world that is largely irrational in trading. Largely irrational. But be aware, trading narrative, trading news, I think is an incredibly bad way to trade crypto. I'm digressing. Let's see. Beautiful, beautiful move. I want to see that weekly though. Let's see this weekly. Where'd you get it, buddy? The weekly kind of agreeing with me here. LuxAlgo providing a little bit of confluence on my analysis. It actually on the week was looking for a long at about $5, which is bonkers. Now here we are up at the $10-ish range. This is our visible resistance band. You can see that's coming on down. We have gotten this X, this magical blue X. Magical blue X's tend to signal when it would suggest to close that position. So it gave us the long down here of 5, and it's saying, hey man, you're up in the resistance band. You've seen selling. Maybe that's time to settle up like a leveraged position. If you're in spot on Uni and you love Uni, you can throw all this away. Most of what we talk about here is for people trading. Long term, this is all not going to be relevant. So don't lose your hats. Beautiful. Beautiful close. That's aligning well with what I was looking at. Man, this is kind of exciting. Actually, that's very exciting. Now, finally getting the long on the monthly. I would interpret this as if Uniswap closes below 1050 and into March, we see that retracement, that sell-off, looking down here at our monthly resistance, our previous one, 725, this would make a really slick move and really does look like charts that I've seen in crypto. It's very crypto-esque. Back down to that previous resistance. This may not come, but this would be a great play if it does. And I'm looking for that $20. Thank you, LuxAlgo. I love that. I love that it's right up in the alley there. I'm going to go down to the hour, and then we're going to move on because Uniswap, we've identified what condition we're in right now. We're right here at our monthly order block, our first point of resistance. The close on this week, going to be a big player for the next few weeks, and support below. We've identified solid places to look, right? Interesting here. This is actually really interesting from Lux. We had that same long candle, a long entry signal, whatever, bullishness signal. We don't have that X up here. It's interesting on a low time frame. It's not identifying a closed position, yet it was on the day. I'm not sure what to make of that. We'll follow. We'll keep updating. We'll keep looking. I do have my alert set just above today's high on Uniswap, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to set one down here at 840. Done. Daily rolling over on market site for B as well. That is some powerful stuff. That's some powerful stuff. Really quick RSI. RSI looks great here on the day. Higher highs matching with price. No bearish divergence. That's what you want to see on a rally. Let's go to the week. Really the same thing. That's quite a beautiful, impressive climb there. RSI blasting to new highs along with price. You got to love it. That is actually no divergence. It's not bearish or bullish. It's just no divergence. But we see it so commonly that it is pretty nice to have an example where it goes up and it looks okay. Sweet. Well, Uniswap guys, good luck with trades. I personally, like I said, I would look at take profit today over opening a new long. You may be able to open lower, 725-ish. Things are looking pretty good. Things are looking pretty good. Wow. Viewership is low today. That's okay. It's Friday. I noticed that before we went live. It was looking a little sleepy. I have the short version of this stream up, but something is very wrong with it. Something's very wrong with it. I don't know what this is. I don't care. Oh well. If you're over there, join us on the main stream over here on the vertical. No, on the horizontal output, the regular output. All right. Let's see a few other charts I want to look at quickly. A lot of these AI coins making big moves. GRT, let's take a peek here. We're going to go out to that month. Here we are. So backing up what I was just saying about Uniswap, that monthly setup that we're seeing on a lot of charts. Here's a great example as well. GRT was in the same condition earlier this month when it was below 18.5. Broke out, and now we're seeing those extended upside gains. GRT looks primed. looks primed up here to move to its point of efficiency. So if we compare that to Uniswap, remember on Uniswap, we had just 1 month and then down, and that's basically where we were. Up here on GRT, that's a little higher. That gives us a really solid target of 36, 37 cents, as high as 47. That's a big range, but there is very little preventing GRT from moving to that range. We have inefficiency on our chart. It's broken. It's broken past its monthly local resistance and even its 2013 resistance. And now it's kind of just floating, soaring out there. Close above 23.6 this month, if we haven't gotten to 37, is going to be a great signal that it's coming. Close below is likely going to set us up for that same move we were looking on, or speculating about, on Uniswap. We have a order block painted below us as support. We have a 3-candle setup, nice and bullish. But if bears come in before the end of the month on GRT and push price back down, we may see support tested at 1880, and that's probably a slick long as well. I love these monthly setups, man. When you get something like this, as soon as you see on the monthly an order block like this paint, you should be thinking about a potential trade from that order block. It's not guaranteed that it's going to come. In fact, maybe it's 50-50. But when they do, they are really high confidence, really high probability trades. And I love to see this across crypto right now. Actually, GRT, you can extend this back. That's pretty cool. February, March. That's a beautiful order block. I don't know if I've ever placed a long here, but throwing up on the chart. Throwing up on the chart quick. Something like that. There it is. Yeah, 3.6 to 1. We can even tighten that up or loosen that up a little bit to get a 3. I like that trade. Guys, looking nice. It's looking real nice. Yeah, last time we looked at it, we were looking for... there's too many here. I'm not going to go over those because I can't remember which are which. I'll look at it after the stream. Other AI-related stuff moving. AGIX, beautiful. We looked at this on the last stream. We said, hey, man, this is up at all-time highs, basically. This is a really risky time to go long. This is one of those times where it might have worked out for you. This has not really retraced. It doesn't seem to be, at least yet, AGIX trading up to 82 cents. If you follow me on Twitter, you probably saw me blasting off about this quite a few times. Quite a few times over there. Looking for 75 cents, looking for $1. I think both are coming. Well, 75 cents already hit. $1 sitting up here is our psychological resistance. We won't find it on the chart as AGIX is in price discovery. This is not a previously traded value to my knowledge. And so it's not resistance as much as it is a logical place to take profit. Many people will look to lock in some of their gains at $1. And I would say that's a great idea. If you've ridden this up, doesn't mean you have to get all the way out of a position, but say you bought any time before February 17th of this year. Let's see. Anytime before at $1, you are likely up at minimum 75%. If you're up even 50% on an alt position, I personally recommend, not financial advice, but what I do is when I see alts that are up 2x from my position entry, I take 50% profit. That removes the risk from the trade. It's just house money now. And I don't really have a connection or an emotional reaction to price action afterwards, because no matter what happens, you can't lose money then. Hopefully no one's thinking this and saying, I can't lose money. Okay, I'll in. No, once you've removed the risk, if price goes up, that's just a cherry on top. If it goes down, it doesn't really impact you. You can't lose money. You've already put in the money, $100 in or something. You've taken $100 out. Now that position costs you $0. Moonbag theory. Where was I going? Okay, yeah, psychological value at $1, but what do we have above us? Let's get rid of some of this. Let's get rid of some of that. Using our Fibonacci extension and retracement tool, our first profit-taking target generated from it is $1.33, and I think AGIX will hit this probably in this quarter, very likely in this quarter. Our 2 measured move is all the way up at 218, which absolutely may come, but let's take it one day at a time. If I was in this, again, this is what we looked for, but it didn't hit. We're looking for some kind of back test. Maybe it did hit. Some kind of back test of support. Nope. Didn't hit. Look at that. Snaked us by a few pennies. Maybe somebody here actually probably got that trade if they hit it at 50. Blasting through. This looks like a broadening pattern. Something like this. I can see that. Again, though, we are up high. This is the problem with the exciting new coins that everyone wants to look at. When they're pumping, you've already missed most of the rally. So to enter on a green candle after a giant rally is super high risk. I always talk about the retracement and the better entry. For AGIX, we did hit 50 cents, so that may not be in the cards soon, but an entry at 59 cents, looking to target that dollar, is still almost a 2x just off of a back test of that previous all-time high. That would be a beautiful trade. It'd be a really beautiful trade. Let's throw this on here. See if it fills. If you guys could, I know it's a sleepy day for crypto traffic. It seems that's just what happens all the time now. But if you could, guys, help pump the stream up by liking, subscribing, sharing, engage with the chat. Just put something in the live chat. It helps the algorithm out. I appreciate you. Very classic trade setup here. Very simple and basic. You had an all-time high. You broke it. So what's going to happen? Well, that resistance can be flipped to support on a retracement. And that entry is always, in my opinion, a better bet than chasing the green candles up, trying to get maybe just this dollar move. It's like a 19% move with almost a 50% downside. Bad risk to reward. Bad risk to reward. I'm going to open the chat here in a minute. I'm just kind of on a roll. So many coins doing this. So this isn't exactly the same as MATIC or Uni or GRT that we just looked at, but it's very similar. We have the move up into 23's end, January, red candle. At one point, AGIX was under 31.8, and it was in that same position, right below local monthly resistance. It broke and, well, went to a new all-time high. This is what I was saying to kind of wrap or bring back full circle the Uniswap thing on the monthlies here. This setup is everywhere. Everywhere. Uniswap today broke out of this setup. We have other charts. Well, no. GRT also broke out of that setup. I'm going somewhere with this. Broke out of that setup. Okay? There are other coins, and this is not financial advice, guys. There are other coins with this setup. I'm going to give you a minute to process this. With this setup. Read between the lines. MATIC is not the only one. There's more. Take a look. This is the kind of stuff that I think is a better trade than up here, right? I want you guys to win. I don't want you guys to lose. I do want to say something also about the last stream. We looked at JASMY and I realized I was actually getting punked by Bitrex's old data. I was getting punked. What's fun though is we didn't look at the real data and I said, this looks like Bitcoin's 2018 bear market bottom when it did this. This is really old data. I think it ended at the end of December. Screw you, Bitrex. You're ruining my charts. Also, TradingView, remove Bitrex's charts from your platform, dude. Remove them. The exchange doesn't exist anymore. It's just confusing. Looking at the actual chart, really cool to see this. Now, I'm sure people out there be like, oh, he knew that. He just trying to make himself look good. I didn't actually know this, hand of God. Here we go. That is it. That's what we were drawing on the chart. That's wild. That's actually bonkers. JASMY, we'll go over it really quickly, and then I'm going to take a peek at the chat, interact with you guys, see how you're doing on Friday. Here we are. Oh, good. It's another example of that exact same setup again. Rally into the end of 23, January red. This month, you spent some time hanging out under January's open until you flipped the early candle green, and where did you go? Well, admittedly, JASMY did skip over one of our order blocks here. That's unusual. We really don't see that happen often. We don't see that happen that often, to be totally ignored like that. Maybe on the day there's going to be a little more interaction. But just like everything else, seems to have found its way to the point of efficiency on the chart. I would have said that this is the point of efficiency on the chart if the rally hadn't happened yet. but it's moved past. So what this can set us up with is potentially a rejection from 1.8 cents. That gives us a retracement back to our point of efficiency that was ignored on the way up. And it can flip that resistance into support. And we can see that move to the next level, which is basically the end. It looks like the end of JASMY's efficiency on its chart, really. After that, you only have the all-time high. That's a really crazy move. I don't know if that's going to happen. That seems a little too good to be true. But if JASMY can break 3.5 cents, 16.6, man, there's very little in the way above this order block. But I do expect there to be significant resistance and profit taking here. And that's going to be from 1.8 to 3.8 cents. That's just logical, man. Fed is in the title. I should have talked about FET. We will talk about FET. We'll get to it. Not in the title. It's in the thumbnail. We'll take a look at FET. We'll take a look at SEI. I got a new trade. We'll take a peek at Ethereum then, though I don't think it's moving that much. I have a new version of the diagram because our diagram kind of got bonked. We'll take a look at that too. This is what we showed on Friday for Bitcoin. I'm just going to keep this up. It does look like this is still kind of in play. We'll see. Just a broadening wedge. All right, I'm going to pull the chat up. We got 400 viewers. This is our smallest stream in probably years. But you know what? You guys are the best ones. You're the real G's here. Yeah, we do have 100 over on the vertical stream. This is our second ever vertical stream on YouTube. It's brand new. I'm going to throw the main stream's link over on the vertical stream. So if you guys are watching on anything other than your phone, or even if you are, you probably should watch on your phone this way and come to the mainstream. But if you guys are liking the vertical, that's why it's there. Enjoy it. Shout out. You don't like it, Crawler? That's okay. Just click this link and leave it. It's fine. Come to this one. Everyone join us. We have 400-ish viewers over on the main one. If you're over on Twitter, Facebook, I don't know what other platforms this is live on right now. I've lost track. You can join us over at youtube.com/TomCrown. Join the party. And jump in our Discord at discord.gg/TomCrown. There we go. Right on. Right on. All right. You enjoy the vertical stream when using a desktop. Fair enough. Well, I think it's just really cool that I can do both, right? Like, I'm still kind of working on how the vertical stream looks. It's not polished yet. And I think I'm going to kind of overhaul both UIs, but I think it's pretty rad, man. I think it's pretty rad. So I want to know, what are you guys looking at today? I also want to know who's here. Who's here today? Who are the G's that are still here, even though this is not really the spiciest of times? The real peeps are here today. Arvin Singh is a real peep. He subscribed 1 minute ago. Let's go, Arvin. Appreciate you, my friend. Shout out to you. Good stuff. Good stuff, man. 7N Daku YouTube also subscribed earlier. I missed it. Said Jack Hunger Kalendarov subscribed earlier today, 21 minutes ago. Stephen Duhope. What's up, Stephen Duhope? McG, my guy. Hopefully you're still here 26 minutes ago. Subscribed. I love it, fam. Keep those going. If you're here for the first time, if you found this stream and this channel for the first time, I'd love to hear from you. Love to hear from you. Let me see who's here on the mainstream. I see Aesthetics. Andruska, what's up, bro? Arvin, there he is, still hanging out. Bella Holden. Ahmed Nawawi. Alchemist. You were lurking, but I know you're always here, Alchemist. Good to see you, bro. AD24. CoinGecko. How you doing, CoinGecko? Was it Bonk you wanted me to look at? I forget what you asked me about, man. Or, not man. Brah. Was it Bonk? We'll take a look at Bonk. Let me know if it wasn't Bonk. But you probably should, like, not say it in the live chat because I might miss it. Because I'm reading the names right now. I see Crawler is here. Cryptopher Dutton. Crypto 420. Blaze it, my friends. It is Friday, guys. Celebrate. Grab your brews. Roll up. Roll up. It's Friday. It's F-Boy Friday. I should post. Crypto Birdie. Sharknado, my friend. How are you doing? Crypto Storm. Dano. Crypto. What's up, brah? Evil Shenanigans. Flynn Freak. Freebay. Holger Gut. Hugo Crypto. Ian. Jeremy Ragsdale's back. My favorite YouTube musical live streamer. Johnny G. John Z. Deb. Josh Kennington. JPI Financial Group. Justin King. K. Kirby Crunk C. Hey, I said there weren't a lot of people here, but there's a lot of active chatters here. Hell yeah, guys. This is the best community. Mad Scientist. Merrick Fanek. Mark. Matt. Matthew Barnes, my friend, how are you? Matthew Booley, Mission Possible. Nathan Roth, Obi-Wan Jacoby. Beats, I love Obi-Wan. Onu Y2K, Oli Noli Pablo Chuco. Philly Skills, my friend. Pizza Slice Token. Radar Randy. River. How you doing, River? Ro Crypto, Scott Murphy, Shrink Tech. What's up, brother? Sticks 96. We got Squashbuckling Scallywag. Sin. Tag. The Pickle. My bestest right-hand man. The Video Kingdom. Tillin McPooch. Trade Intuition. Trip 6 Flicks. Triton Army with the check mark. Triton. I'm gonna have to check out your page, brother. We're getting our check mark soon. Soon. Let me get to that in a second. Typical Dave, Udo W, Viadis, Vikuleviscus. Man, you guys, you mix it up. You like throw me curveballs with these names. VOA, Void Cultist, West Saldivar, Zanzan and Monkey, and I probably missed like a dozen more, my friend. Jeremy Ragsdale gifting out some memberships, my guy. Appreciate you. 10 memberships. Let's give Jeremy Ragsdale a quick shout out. Feel free. No, not feel free. Go subscribe to Jeremy Ragsdale. He's a great dude. Great dude. He's live right now. Are you live right now streaming my stream? That's fine. You can if you want. I don't give a crap. Was 420 legalized here in Germany today? Wait a minute. I know we have German viewers. Was the old 420 legalized in Germany today? That would be some big news. I'm going to change the title of the stream. We're not going to talk about crypto. We're going to talk about blazing. All right. Ollie Nolly, what's up, bro? What's up, man? IMT is here. What's up? Bork, not bonk. Okay. I don't think I have a chart for Bork. Maybe. Just showed up for the shout outs. You're the top G? What's up, top G? Let's take a peek. Triton Army, man. 350k subs. Let's go, dude. Shout out to you. Gaming. I've been playing Pal World. Are you playing Pal World, Triton? He's like, nah, dude, I'm not playing Pal World. Pal World is not, it's not like Baldur's Gate 3, which is, to me, was maybe a game-changing game. But it's great. It's just like what I wanted Pokemon to be back in the day. I love it. There's not a lot to the game. Just very relaxed. Speaking of checkmark, we are so close. We are a sliver from 100K and getting that checkmark, guys. Do your part. Smash that subscribe button. I appreciate you all. We'll get there. We're beating Bitcoin there. It's good stuff. When Lambo now. Blunt time. Good. Tea break. Hey, man. Everybody takes breaks. You can take a break from the chart. You can take a break from anything. It's healthy. It's good. What's up, Josh? Always lurking. Let's see. You have all the mods. I haven't modded it at all. I've been enjoying, because you can even just change the game settings to make it easier or harder or whatever. I've just been playing through it. It's very relaxing. I'm just like sitting there grinding out, I don't know, some like gunpowder. Who knows? I heard AVAX had an outage today. Yes, we started the stream with that. There you go. There's your bonk. Your bork. That's a weird chart. I'd probably get out of that. Wherever I entered. Hopefully you didn't enter up here. That's not looking great. How's everyone? That's why you haven't been uploading content. You've been grinding Power World. Dude, I love that. Shout out to you, brother. Helldivers, yo, bro. All right, that's next. I literally, sorry guys, I don't want to digress into gaming too much, but I mean, we're all nerds here. We all game. Yeah, Helldivers 2. I was like watching videos of it yesterday, and I was thinking, yeah, I probably should get this. Because Pal World is starting to fall off for me already. I think I played like 80 hours. Helldivers 2 looks great. If anybody wants to make like a Helldivers team, I don't know, we'll do it. Jump in the Discord. Discord.gg/TomCrown. Let's go, boys. It's Friday. Let me see. We're going to get back to the charts here in just uno minuto. But before that, really quick, I want to know, is anyone here for the first time? You've never seen our streams before. YouTube recommended you tune in, maybe on your homepage, maybe at the end of another video. I don't know. Anybody. It's really good data for me. Really good data. Cas and INJ. Yeah. I had Cas pulled up. INJ hasn't set my alerts off, I don't think. Let me see. I got a lot of alerts. Render. I didn't pull up render because I'm a chode, man. What the? Scrap render. You've never seen me before? I assumed so, Triton. I kind of assumed you were newer here. I usually check out the check marks that wander mosey on in. We were looking for a new all-time high on render. We did get it. But just by a hair. Still great. Still great. We can really throw these exact same trades up. Looking for 636 or down here for $5. I think $5 is still the better one. We'll take a closer look at render. Have I heard of CTSI? I have not. Marsh Micro Oracle. What's that? SUI, Sol. We'll pull up Sol. I got SEI pulled up. Now, here's a cool chart I made. Nope. Here's a cool chart I made about Sol for the patrons. We have some patrons that really love Sol. We have some patrons that really love Ethereum. And people were talking about Sol flipping Ethereum. Here you go. Here's your chart, man. There's your flippening. Currently at 0.13. This chart needs to move to 1 or above 1. And it has flip and death. So quite a way to go. But I didn't want to get people super excited and crazy about this. But there are some good signals here that Sol may at some point flip Ethereum. Might be temporary, might be fleeting. Sol's valuation against Ethereum, or at least their market caps, Sol has moved and broken its previous all-time high. So what do? We use our fib tool. Guys, anything can be charted. Everything can be charted. Doesn't matter if it's traded, doesn't matter what it is. Charts, there's just something mathematically true in the universe about some of the things in charts. All right. Using our fib tool, this is what's spicy as hell. Our 1618 target is exactly 0.5. So that would be if Sol is at that 50% of the market cap is Ethereum. So that'd be our first immediate move. And we already got the signal here as it broke its previous high that it's looking to do this at some point. Really, really cool though. On top of that, our 2 measured move sits at the flippening. It sits at 1.07. I don't know, man. Doesn't matter to me. I have Eth and Sol, but there you go. By the way, if you're not a patron, that's okay. You might want to check it out. Tonight we are going to have patron night again, every Friday, pretty much. We all get together, have some brews. I take a look at charts people want to look at. They ask questions. Very kind of intimate one-on-one. Really good learning environment for success in crypto. I recommend you check it out. You can join us tonight if you sign up. Sol's here. What else are we looking at? I didn't see. Crap, who said they're new? One sec. Let me scroll back up. Yes, today, Holger Gut. How did you find us, my friend? Welcome. Where's your membership, All Mascari? I have no idea, bro. No idea. I like you more? West Savior? Yeah, dude. Well, I never blaze pre-stream because my brain is just not sharp on it. But post-stream, it is ritualistic. Have I mentioned Phil yet today? No, Rame. I'll take a look at the top gainers, though. What's up, Rigo? Let's see. Do you look at fair value gap when trading? Jay Solis, in the video description, there is, at this point, our second best performing video ever on YouTube. And it is on, specifically, fair value gaps. Great topic. Great topic. Highly recommend, if you have not checked out that playlist, to check out that playlist. Let me see. Here it is. Sorry, vertical stream, you won't really be able to see this. Here is a whole thing. And we have another one that actually is about to be published. It's done. It has a thumbnail. I think I'll publish it like Monday. We'll see. Publish it Monday, probably. Another one of these coming out. Fibonacci retracement. We have fair value gaps. We just started doing these. You can see 2-3 months ago. We have never done them before. They are the best. They are the best educational trading videos on YouTube. Prove me wrong. Highest quality, best explanation, best visuals, quick, succinct, in depth. Check them out on the channel page. Let's see, who else was new? You're here. What's up, Kelly P? Work lunch break. Boulders Gate 3 did blow me away. It blew me away. I lost my life for a minute. Let's see, where are the new people? First time. I saw Holger. Did I not get, are there no other ones? Crypto Lifer sent you here, West? Shout out to Sam. Shout out to Sam. Bless him. He's a great dude. Great dude. First time you heard me from Jay Kasper. K. hard to refer to you. His name is just K. Love Jason Kasper, love Lifer. I was ranting about this the other day, how there are very few crypto creators, really. It's getting better, and that makes me very happy, but there are still very few of us out there that make content to help people. And I'm sure every channel says that, right? But there are very few channels out there that have not accepted money to pump and dump on you. I've given up or passed on millions of dollars in offers because I won't sell you guys to them. I'm not going to lie or make stuff up about a chart and say, buy this, blah, blah, blah. And, I'm pocketing 10 grand, 20 grand or something from it. I've been offered. I still get the offers. It'll never happen. There's very few of us. More are coming, but absolutely Crypto Lifer is on that list. Jason Kasper is on that list. Frankie Candles is on that list. This list is not exclusive, but it is not a big list. Jordan Cameron, I don't think he's ever done any of that. There's a lot. I don't know about Traders Reality. People were saying Tino, Traders Reality. I'm just not familiar with his content really, but people were saying that he is in that category. Shout out to them. Love it. Love it, dude. If you look at Cass, yes. I'll pull up Cass as well. I had it up earlier. I closed it. We got a few charts to look at. I just wanted to shoot the shit with you guys a little bit. It's Friday. It's Friday. What are you doing tonight? What you doing tonight? Let's see. We got Cass. We'll look at Sol. Look at Sol. A little more in depth on Render. What else? What else needs to be looked at? Dot. Is Dot moving? VRA. Is VRA moving? You just subscribed today, but you've been watching for the past month. Grandpa. Hell yeah, my friend. Everybody welcome Grandpa. Amit Mohapatra as well subscribed. Animal Lover subscribed. Andrew Retledge subscribed. Adam Harachov subscribed. Yuri Rufin subscribed. Ace 584. Make it rain. Make it rain. I love it. I love it, man. I love to see new people entering the space. I get anxious when we don't see them. And this space has been dead for like maybe a month. ETF was like a huge peak in viewership and new people. Price sold off and like all the new people pieced out and it got very stressful. Sid Kumar just subscribed. Vu Hai subscribed. Dogan Oregon subscribed. JS subscribed. Scare666 Reggae Zombie subscribed. JB subscribed. Jonathan Scuanto subscribed. Strix Gaming subscribed. Just Gain subscribed. Keep it coming, boys. Keep it coming. It's Friday. We're chilling. It's a good time. If you're subscribing, I appreciate it. Best way to keep up with our content is to jump in the Discord. It's free. There's educational resources. The Discord is always popping. Like even if the market's not moving, 24/7, people from around the world, lots of experienced traders. Jump in there. Discord.gg/TomCrown. All right. Let's take a look at, let's do Render first because it's in the thumbnail. Render has not quite the same chart as many we've looked at, right? We've kind of been on this theme of charts that have an order block painting or just painted below them, such as MATIC, AGIX, GRT, I think FET maybe, a lot of them, Uniswap. This one kind of diverging. We can say, yeah, well, January had a red candle, but this is, you're really just kind of reaching here for this. This is just a different setup. If you're new to crypto, you're going to figure out eventually that for some reason, coins have like, I need a good verbiage for this, but coins tend to move in a similar way, and not all of them move the same way, but there's like little groups and they'll have correlations that eventually are fleeting, but maybe there's like 5 or 6 kind of setups on high time frames, and almost every coin falls into one of those 6 setups. This one's just not part of the ones we were talking about. Render's doing its own thing here. Render very recently broke its all-time high by a small margin, but it indeed did break its all-time high. So what we're looking for is a close above that all-time high, 794, preferably on the month, February. If we get that beautiful close, we can start looking upwards. And upwards has some very exciting targets. Using our Fib tool, which is all we can really use when we are in this situation, we get $63. Now, there are some little toll booths on the way, little hiccups, and those are going to be our psychological values that are always present and always something to be considered. They are not the most powerful things, but they are powerful when you are in price discovery because you don't have anything more powerful. Does that make sense? When you're in price discovery, there's no resistance above you. It's very free floating, very butter kind of, cutting through butter. These psychological resistances or price points tend to kind of stop the rally, knock it back down, and let the market figure out where buyers are going to come in. Rarely do they just crash price. It almost never happens. $25, $50, but our 1618, and we've seen these hit consistently after coins have broken their all-time high. $63, currently trading under 8. Not a really, I think that I might try to have a position in this. I'm not in any world going to take a position right now on render. You guys know I don't buy the tops. I don't buy green candles. That comes with experience and time. That takes a while. But I will actively be kind of hunting for a good entry. Just looking here, we don't see it on the month, but maybe $5. It's psychological, kind of close to your monthlies here. I would prefer to miss the boat than to just buy now and hope it goes up. So I might be looking for like $5, but that's a big upside. This thing has been performing. You can see its rally really started and didn't slow down since January 23rd. It's kind of spicy, very spicy, very, very spicy. I own none of render right now though, for transparency, to my knowledge. Maybe I have like a real small bag I don't even know is there. Money flow in the week looks solid AF. Your RSI, solid, no divergence here. You see higher highs in price with higher highs on RSI. There it is, going up. This is a clean rally. It's very clean, extremely clean. Kind of curious what Lux has for us here. Lux being a little more skeptical, but also backing up what I'm saying here. LuxAlgo looked to go long at 240, and it wasn't until this weekly candle did it say, okay, that position, you're at a spot that makes sense to take profit. That does line up with what I was just saying of hunting for a lower position, probably down here in the $5 range. But this is a chart that looks ready to go. It looks ready to go. Let's be real. We even have these trades that didn't fill. That's okay. Best to miss the Titanic. Best to miss the boat than to board the Titanic, they say. Well, I say that. Enrico says that. There we are. Not a lot else to do. I mean, you have resistance. You're up at the all-time high. This either blasts off, heads to that $25 mark on its way to 65, or sellers come in, push price back down to the most local support, and that's going to be about $5. I think that would be a nice little entry there. I don't have much else to say about render. That's it. That's it, man. When you get to all-time highs, there becomes a lot less analysis to do, which is like weird, right? Kaspa also in its own different category here, not looking like render. It's also not looking like Uniswap or MATIC or AGIX or any of those. This thing is kind of doing its own dance. On previous all-time highs and pullbacks on the month. This is the best analysis, I think, for this. On the monthly right now. Previous all-time high from March and April. Monthly, we saw some consolidation, some pullback before breaking higher. But after it broke higher, if you look here, it did retrace back to its support before moving higher again. It did not do that down here at 4 cents. It's just moving up. We have a very similar setup though. Green candle, 2 red candles of retracement, followed by continuation. And that's what we're seeing here. That is my true opinion. That is my absolute true opinion. I do own Kaspa, and I do actually like Kaspa. It's a decentralized proof of work blockchain. That's it. That's all I need. I do like it. So be aware of my biases, right? Don't get into something because I like it. That weekly candle's nasty. It does have 2 days to go, but that's a gnarly spinning top. If you weren't in price discovery, I would get bearish pretty quick. This, depending on how it closes, and you can see this is like a sliver. A sliver. Let's see. 16.3. It's currently at 16.3. Closing red, not the best look for the week, but that might just give you a back test back to this 15 cent range. I think that is pretty good. There you go. It already turned red while I'm looking at it. There we go. Hit a new all-time high, pulling back. I don't love these candles here, to be honest, but I did place this trade. Did place this hypothetical from 15 cents looking for that back test. I think it could fill. What's interesting though, and maybe going to prevent it, this daily order block right above its previous all-time high does seem to be acting as resistance. Seeing wicks down there, getting bought back up. But 15 cents sits below you as a psychological support. There's a good risk to reward trade potentially there. And where would we target? As you can tell by all of these doodles, using our fib tool. I love using the fib tool, guys. If you see me use the extensions, that means the market's bullish. Market's bullish. If I'm using the extensions, it's a good thing. We get 21 cents as our 1618, 25 cents as our measured move target. Both great. I think 25, at least for me personally, is where I'm going to put limit orders. Psychological value, and it's at our measured move target. If you want to see a little bit of maybe why, this is a great chart to see why fib extensions and the fib tool works. Here we were back here in April. Kasa's trading at 4.2 cents. We use the same thing because this was its previous all-time high. Now you can see it didn't immediately blast off, right? It spent some time consolidating, accumulating. But once it actually gained momentum and started moving up, where did price go? Where did it go? Exactly to the measured move target. It didn't go straight there, but let's get rid of this. Exactly to that measured move target. That was 15 and a half cents right there. Even the 1618, it did kind of skip it, but if you zoom in, you'll see it didn't actually skip it. It moved to just under 10 cents, pulled back a little bit before moving to that measured move target. These things are freaking bonkers. It gets crazier is after we saw the retracement from 15, guess where it found support? Right at the 1618, where it had tested resistance, found buyers, and moved up. So at this point, I don't see a reason to not be looking for like 25 cents. Nothing is guaranteed in trading. Ever. There are no guarantees. But that just makes sense to me, right? That makes sense. It just makes sense. It keeps doing this. So we're going to keep looking for it until it proves us wrong, until it fails to hit those targets. I'm going to look at Sol quick and I'm going to jump back to the chat. Sol, let's go. Let's go. Let me see this quick. Not taking this trade, not taking this one. That would be right here. Good. I didn't take it. Sometimes these degens, actually, sometimes these degens, man, they just want trades today. Cool thing about Sol right here is Sol is it's actually a little under the price that we've been looking for. If you guys remember, we're looking for $101 to $100. It had traded almost all the way to 120, but we were saying, man, patience may pay off here. Patience may pay off here. We have a really strong pattern on the day for Sol, a very visible inverse head and shoulders neckline painted at a very important value, $100, 101, $100. So in this pattern of an inverse head and shoulder, you need one more thing to complete it. And that's why we were looking for $100, the back test of the neckline. Right here, looks like yesterday and the day before, Sol finally filled this trade. I bet a lot of people did not think it would fill. Finally filled. Now the stop here, I might want to like kind of change this up. Considering we could, in theory, enter this trade right now, we could say $100 flat. Our stop loss can look to the right shoulder, because this is why I like the head and shoulder setups, is because their validation and invalidation, the most important things to your trades, are very easy. And the inverse head and shoulders, after the back test, which is the entry for the long in this pattern, if price falls below the right shoulder, the pattern is broken. It's invalidated. So you can translate that out to your trades and say, well, if this long is open at 100, if it trades below, let's say 92, this low down here, we're not in this pattern. Maybe we're in something else that will emerge. So you can look to stop a shorter term position or a more scalpy position there. But we're filled, baby, unless it trades below 92-ish. I'm looking for 120 and probably higher. We've been waiting for 137 for a long time, and I think this is what's going to happen. I think that's what we get. I think we're moving to 137. That's the big resistance. If Sol can make it through 137, you look at this chart, there's nothing left until the all-time high, and that's almost a 2x at 260-ish. It's good stuff. Sol is being surprisingly, at least to me, surprisingly more bullish than I expected. All right. You know what? SEI is at an entry, but I'm bored of it. FET's in the title. FET moved to $1.19, exactly where we were looking. Let's go. You gotta love when that happens, man. Don't be fooled. I'm not right all the time. What you'll notice is if you tune in and the market is trending bullishly, so over the last year or two, you'll find that I hit a lot of trades because I'm just a bullish market trader. That's what I am. I have had success trading shorts, of course, and not bullish style, but my trades just really slap when the markets are trending up. Anyway, we're hitting 119, which is very important to FET's chart. Let's zoom this out. Very important to FET's chart. If we zoom it out, we see this crazy wick, but pretty much the entire chart was forming a flat top at $1.19. We hit $1.19. So what are we looking for? Well, we're hoping and praying that FET's about to do something crazy. I think I own some, but like not enough for it to really matter. I don't know. I think I have some change of it somewhere. We're looking for FET to potentially paint a massive, just incredibly massive flat top ascending low pattern. Very exciting, very bullish. What we need to see is our lows defended. So you don't want to see FET, I'd say, below in the short term 80 cents, but you have to look to your lows here to the left, like 21. As long as it can hold this pattern and retest 119, weakening that resistance, right, over and over, I think it'll look something like this. You start getting some real weird stuff. I don't really know what to do because this wick doesn't make sense. It does seem to be real in the sense of like real. It's there. It's on, I think, more than one exchange. But it's weird. It kind of bonks up the chart, right? So the reason I say that, the wick also seems to be moving around sometimes. I had to replace that again. It used to be 25. Now it's 33. I don't know, man. That's weird. This gets exciting, though, because on a breakout of this pattern, immediately you see that this is at the 0.5 retracement from that high. If you break it, very conservatively, you're looking at 240. Kind of look deeper, look for some extensions. You'll find a lot of confluence right there at that 618. But even our measure moves sitting right here at 786. It's just mathematically really pleasing to me. You don't see charts like this often. You really don't. Let's zoom in. This is kind of what I expect for price. We hit 119. It is confidence building to see that kind of chilling for a minute there, pulling back a little. I don't know if this trade will fill either before moving higher, but we can look for a trade here at 80 cents. And I don't know, maybe target 240, something like that. 240. You can get a lot bigger. Nah, I don't even want a bigger. I want this 4-to-1 or something. I think this trade could be done. I think it is very likely that FET will look to retrace into the 80 cent area before retesting 119 and looking to move higher. I don't know what happens though, dude. Like this wick is very uncommon. We don't see this across many coins and things. And when we do, it's usually just a sign of crappy liquidity. But I don't think that's the case. I'm not really sure what happened there. Not really positive. But FET's looking good. Maybe a position from 80 cents. Hit resistance. Going long now. Not the best idea. Ethereum continues to do not much. It was very exciting for a few days, and just like Bitcoin, just chilling out. Now, it hasn't really lost any of those gains, and that's good. It's looking very similar to this brief pullback. The odds, in my opinion, of Ethereum hitting 3,300 before it trades below 2689 are very strong. So that right there is enough to say, man, you could make a trade maybe, or at least you could look for a trade. That's a terrible risk to reward. I would not take that trade. But I think the odds of this being tapped before this are above 50%. So maybe that does make it a good trade. Maybe it does. Ethereum is moving through its point of efficiency, its resistance. God, did it take its time? On the month, I have to kind of manipulate this. On the month, we can see that over here on these on these monthly candles, it started at 2,700. That's why that was our first target. And we were looking for 33. And again, like many other charts, if Ethereum breaks 33, it's kind of free. It has very little resistance. There's definitely going to be some sellers at the all-time high. But that's a big move from 33 back to 4,900. That's pretty big. That's pretty nice. I would honestly expect to see this from Ethereum. If this doesn't even happen this month, like into February, I really do think it will hit 3,300 by the end of February. Maybe we see March pull back to that 27, something like that. Using this efficiency, looking for that higher high. I think it's good. I think it's very good. FBTC continues not to really impress me, unfortunately. It's looked worse, and it's looked worse recently. The really only kind of thing I like about this is Market Cipher B, for the first time ever, at least on this chart, for FBTC, has this green dot. First time ever. That's it. If I didn't have that, I would be like, I'm not really sure about this. A reversal on this in a meaningful way can send Ethereum much higher than even those targets, right? We got to see that pick up. Boom. All right, I'm done. I'm done. I did all those charts, man. Done. Let me come back to the chat. Freak out. Some green candles. Where are the green candles? XVG. Oh, God, man. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. XVG, it's hurt me. It's hurt me too much. Let's take a look actually over here. What's moving? Render. We already looked at it. EOS. I don't think anyone's here for EOS. Uniswap, SC, Flare. I'll pull Flare back up. I'm going to pull Flare up in SC just because Flare's moving. We had a good trade on it earlier in the year. Let's see if it's made progress. It's looking pretty good. And then SC, just because I haven't heard anyone talk about it yet, it continues to kind of top the charts for gainers. I like that setup. Interesting. This is an old chart. Let me update it quick. Not an old chart. Maybe I updated this more recently. SC, SC. There it is. What does this look exactly like? We just saw this. I'm having flashback. What was it? I know you know. Here it is. GRT. Right there. That looks like GRT. Pull this over. That same kind of monthly efficiency here before the drop. SC has blasted through its first point of efficiency, which is great. It's looking up here for 2.34 cents. I think that's where it's heading. That's about a 15% move from where it is now. Very high risk long right here. I wouldn't take it. If it somehow manages to close above 2.3, 2.4 cents this month, you got 4 cents and then you're done. Then you have no more resistance really. This could be a really big setup. And typically I would be more reluctant on it. But the fact that I don't think I've heard anyone talk about this makes me more bullish. That's the same concept I have right now at 52K with Bitcoin is we're not really, people aren't bullish. Like we are, right? We are. And there are people out there who are. But we don't see retail going, oh my God, I have to throw all my money in right now. Right? It's kind of the same thing. This has moved up 666%. So watch your ass. The take profit would be almost 800. Then all the way back to resistance 14. That's pretty wild, actually. As soon as people start talking about SC, like maybe I just doomed it, I think this crazy rally will at least stall, if not reverse for a while. You see Flare. Flare, we had a banger trade on. Banger. Wow. This thing is really strong. I don't know what's going on with this. I have no idea what's going on with this. It kind of makes me more bullish on XRP. Weird. Take profit hit, pull it back a little bit, but this thing has given nothing back, man. Nothing back. It's painting a very strong V-shaped bottom. 5 cents seems all but guaranteed. Nothing's guaranteed, but all but guaranteed, man. 5 cents on Flare. I don't know how long it'll take. I think a better entry would be back here at 3 cents flat. Maybe get this. But 5 cents just looks baked. It looks programmed, man. Maybe hit 5, then 3, and then you can move on to a new all-time high. I don't know. But resistance above at 5, support below at 3. I think it's heading for 5. I just don't even know how else to look at it. Your retracement at 5 cents, it's your macro. I have to get rid of some of these. Oh, that one's good, though. There we go. Your macro retracement from 15 cents to under a penny. Your 618 is at 5 cents. 5 cents is also the visible resistance on multiple time frames, bigger time frames. And 5 cents is a psychological number. It's like, it just seems to be calling Flare's name. So I think Flare is going to move to 5 cents pretty quick. I would much rather play it this way, from 3 to 5. And if that entry didn't come, I would just wait it out. I would just wait. I think that's the play there on Flare. Okay. Bitcoin has not moved still, yet people are still tuning in. Let me see here. Nothing has happened. Today is Friday, and we have been seeing kind of spicy Friday moves. 50,000 has not been backtested after breaking it. That's kind of cool. Nice psychological number. People are likely looking to get back in there if they sold or something. I don't really have any analysis for this. The only analysis that I think is important here is we continue to see Bitcoin move up and then sideways, and then up and then sideways. Here we are, up and then sideways. It's really just par for the course. This is what we've been seeing for almost a year and change. Doesn't seem like anything different is happening. It is building price up. It's kind of getting sentiment hot and then letting it cool off. And we have talked about this for over a year on this channel, that is the best and most ideal, maybe even unreasonable to expect way for Bitcoin to climb back to an all-time high is up, sideways. Build sentiment, build energy, let it cool off. Once it's cooled off, move up again. Rinse and repeat, you're back at your all-time high and things look pretty crazy. They look pretty crazy. I don't love that it's back under this little wedge thing, but it's not the end of the world. We've had a lot of spicy moves both into Friday close and also into Sunday close. And I think that revolves around ETFs, obviously. Yeah, we've been live an hour and a half. That's longer than I wanted to. So if we don't get a move here on Friday, TradFi close, I think we get it on Sunday. We have seen a lot of price being pushed up into Monday open. That makes sense. It's forcing ETFs to buy higher, creating liquidity. Let's see something. Let's pull up these ETFs. Net flows were down. Total spot net flow. What's weird though is this is going to be dependent on price, right? Net flows, because like when price is up, Grayscale, wow. It looks like the Grayscale, you guys can't see it on the short. Can't see it over there, but Grayscale Premium has finally been arbed out. That took way longer than I expected. Way longer. Grayscale Investments, their holdings continue to dwindle, now down to 44,000 Bitcoin, which is a lot, but that is off the high of 620,000. So almost 1/3 of Grayscale's holdings are now not Grayscale's holdings. Other ETFs have gobbled them up. Where's inflows? That's total. Where's Grayscale? This used to have like a Grayscale. It's very strange. Spot. Look at that. February 20th. We had our second, it looks like second day ever of outflows from ETFs. 52 million. That's really not a lot. Not a big outflow. It seemed like February 15th. What happened on February 15th? February 15th. The price high. So it looks like the highest point in price, well, we did kind of break it here on the 20th, but just by a little bit. Highest point in price basically seems to line up very well with the ETF's AUM, assets under management. Seems that ETF clients also acting like retail here. As price goes up, they're buying it, right? Price hasn't gone up since, now it's trading sideways. The market cap of ETFs, though, continues to climb. Now at $40 billion assets under management since January 11th. Pretty bonkers. About volume. Unimpressive volume. I'm bummed. Where's that just the outflows? I just want to know the outflows from GBTC. I don't care about the inflows. And also, I don't care about total spot ETF in net flow. I mean, I do care about it, but not when I click on Grayscale. I want to see Grayscale. Bummer. Really quick, I want to look at some other stuff here just for me. Funding rate is pretty neutral, a little bearish. By the way, guys, make sure sign up with Femex, our sponsor. Links in the video description below in the chat. Sign up using my link and you can enter our Discord and get access to our VIP trading setup room. It's just a little bonus value for using my link. It helps support the stream, makes us look good, keeps the lights on. I appreciate you. Let's see. Open interest is really wacky. It's just kind of floating here with price. That's not a bad thing though. CVD, well, they just never go up because of the way Bitcoin supply is. Come back down. See a lower time frame. Nothing. Nada. I'm not getting a good read on any of this. Really just seeing sideways right now. That's okay. Sideways is good. When you're moving up, sideways is good. All right, man. This is much longer than I wanted to do. We got patron night in a few hours. You can still sign up and join us. Highly recommend it. Of course, be in the Discord. KB, our Ariwa, Graphic TV, subscribed. No last name, subscribed. ABC01 Vlog, subscribed. Caber Sony, subscribed. This is the most subscribers we've gotten, which is really weird because it's like the least amount of live viewers we've had in months. But I think this might be the most subscribers we've had in a while. Caber Sony, Irslan Mohammed, Surin Tony, Walung, Little Mob, Matt Morales, Samir Abdul Salim, Rahib Ali, Sunil Rallo, Profit Pulse Trading, Tilly McPooch. I didn't see your super chat, bro. Have a free bag of AMP. I'll pull up AMP. Please don't super chat right now looking for charts. Like I said, great way to get charts looked at that you want. Join the patron. Spiritual, joining us. We need your spirituality, bro. AMP. AMP below monthly resistance. You got a little order block here. I mean, AMP is a really, really crazy chart. Or it will be a really, really crazy chart at some point. Like, you look at this, and yeah, you haven't broken through resistance yet. You can almost see here, you know, maybe this is what's happening. And hopefully this doesn't wreck you, Tillin. But you can kind of see this happening here. Left shoulder, right shoulder. Or left shoulder head, right shoulder. Neckline at 0.05. You can see that kind of painting. We did already test where I would expect the right shoulder to be, so maybe it doesn't come. Maybe you get a little more mild into that order block. But once you get out of this pattern, it could happen quickly, it could take a year, right? But once you get out of this pattern, man, it's crazy. It is a crazy chart. We talk about inefficiencies, and hopefully I have ranted about this enough and shown you enough examples that you see that this is a real thing. Nothing is guaranteed. Nothing's a magic bullet, right? But it's a real thing. Look at all this inefficiency. You went to an all-time low. You stopped out every single long, potentially. Well, in theory, in rationality. You came back up. Now, a right shoulder paint would be amazing. This would really be a very symmetrical chart. It would look very clean, very pretty here. Let me show you what I'm seeing. These doodly lines are not good. I'm going to use this tool. All right. There you go. There you go. Let me move this out. You can move maybe back to this wick. If you're lucky, then you get the final move back to the neckline. That's the entry. And maybe you get something like this. Like, there is very little here to stop price. From January 22nd all the way to December 22nd, you just have inefficiency. You have a void. You have a big gap. If it wasn't for this wick in February, it would be even crazier. But that's a huge move. And it's a very realistic move to see happen. The timing of which is going to be really hard. I would personally look for this inverse head and shoulders to play out, even if that means you're entering a little bit higher, or potentially waiting for that right shoulder to paint, enter a little lower. I think those are both better options. But from where we are, to where the next point of efficiency is on this chart is an 830% move. That's wild. That's wild. This chart is like cooking. I hope this plays out. That would be so cool to see. I don't even think I have AMP. I just want it for the meme, for the love of charts. I just love when charts move and play out in like a beautiful, elegant way. It just makes me happy, you know? Just makes me happy. This is wild, dude. We have never seen this. Look at this, guys. What is going on? That's how interesting crypto is right now. Typically, we have 600-700, upwards of 1,000 when things are exciting, over 1,000. This is the lowest we've had, but now we're getting mad subscribers, so I don't know, man. I'll take it. New World subscribed, Roni subscribed, Punith subscribed, Sunny D, I like that. Brian Scotes, Spiritual, I already got you. What's good also is that these names aren't gibberish, because I could assume it's bots. Doesn't look like bot names. I love it. I love to see new people joining the space. I love to see them looking to invest in themselves to be successful. This space is full of predators, full of traps. And this channel is here to help you navigate that. If I can do that, I can die happy. That's what I've been doing for almost 5 years. I'll be doing it for the next 5. All right, boys. We got Patreon night in a few hours. You know what that means. It means join the Discord, discord.gg. Subscribe to youtube.com/TomCrown. You know the deal. Actually, I have a really interesting. Hold up, one sec. I have something. Got something. Let me see if this works. Oh, it does work. Check this out. Check this out. Let's see. Let's see if we get like a little influx of viewers now. Let me see. Probably not. I just redirected. I closed the vertical stream. Redirected them here. Did that work? I'm really curious if that works. 302. Steady 302. I guess not. Who knows? Anyway, join me in Discord. I'll be there chatting, guys, tonight. We'll grab some brews. We'll look at charts. We'll answer questions. Patrons come ask me the hard questions. You guys did not show up. You did not roll in force to ask me the hard questions last week, and that's okay. There was a lot going on. But do it tonight. I want hard ones. I want to be stumped to answer at least one question tonight. I challenge you. For everyone not a patron, that's fine. That's cool. It's not required. Maybe it's not for everyone. But my challenge to those who don't have an interest in the patron, go to the channel page. Check out the free educational trading videos we have put up. They are my masterpieces. They are the thing I'm most proud of in these 5 years. Fibonacci retracement, divergence, smart money concepts, fair value gaps, support and resistance. We're covering the basics, then we're going to do a little more complex stuff as time goes on. We have another one already ready for publish. Check them out. Please show them some love. I challenge you to find anyone else on YouTube who makes better trading educational videos than these. You're not going to find it. Let me know in the comments. All right, guys. I'll see you in Discord. I'm out. Love you all. Cheers.